Good to go?
Yep.
All right, cool. So this is my custom 338 Lapua. Just put a brand new tracked optics on it. I just finished zeroing it, and you guys are asking me about slipping dials and stuff like that. And you know, one of the cool things that I really do like about the TRACT optics scope is the ease of slipping a dial. Right now, my 0 is at 4.5 mil up. I need to slip this dial so I have my 0 here, so I have easy reference. And the one cool thing that I like about the TRACT optics turrets is they only turn when they're in their position. When they're down like this, they don't turn. And a lot of times when we're teaching our students to shoot long range, we want to show them how to, you know, get their gun zeroed like I did here this morning, and then how to slip their dials. I always tell them take a photo or write down exactly where they are, because a lot of times when you slip the turrets on scopes, you have to either undo set screws. This one particularly happens to have one on the top, and a lot of times what happens is when you go to unscrew them, sometimes you realize it, sometimes you don't, but the turret actually will turn and change your 0, and you don't know. And if you didn't even pay attention to where it is, you hear a couple of clicks and you're like, uh-oh, now my 0 is off. That doesn't happen with this scope. It's pretty cool. I've removed the turret screw, and the nice thing about it now is it still can't move. It's still at my 4.5 mil, which I want to set to 0. Now I can just simply take the turret off. I can rotate it to my 0 and slide it back down. But before I do that, I want to install the TRACT optics 0 stop, because I like using the 0 stop. 0 stop basically, when you're bringing your elevation back down, it will stop at your 100-yard 0. And they've got a really cool thing that you don't need to use the 0 stop, but if you want to use it, here it is. And it's very simple. You basically just install it. You've got to make sure that these set screws clear the turret part that turns, and then you just turn it counterclockwise until it stops. Now it won't let that turret spin down past 0. Once you have that 0 stop right there, you just take your Allen key, and we've got 3 set screws. And you want to snug. We're not going to over tighten these. We're just going to make them snug. That's 1, that's 2. Come over here, get the last one. Okay. Now that that's set, we're going to take our turret, and we're going to find our 0. And we're going to slide the 0 straight down, right over our index mark. Make sure that she's down. And again, the cool thing about this is when I'm tightening my screw, this isn't going to turn. I'm not going to lose my 0. Definitely a very simple, easy, reliable way to slip your dial. And if you want to use the 0 stop, just snug that down. Not too tight, just pretty snug. And that's it. Now we're indexed on 0. As I go up, I'll be able to hit my 0 stop. Good to go.